Oh yeah, that's a nice view. Hello everybody. So today I'm looking to photograph that lighthouse right there behind me. So as you can tell, I'm camping here for 3 days total in Forillon National Park in Gaspe, Quebec. But this lighthouse here, it doesn't belong to the park. It's just outside the park. But it doesn't matter. It's still nice. And usually I don't photograph this kind of thing. I never photograph lighthouses, or usually it's just natural elements. So I kind of decided it'd be nice to come here for sunset, take pictures of the lighthouse with the water, and I wish there would be a bit more clouds today, but it's a beautiful sunny day, but it's really clear. So I don't know how good the images turn out. I think I'm gonna start with the telephoto lens and just try to zoom in tight on the lighthouse and the cliffside. It's a really nice coastline here. So I got the 100 to 400 telephoto lens on, and I think I'm shooting about a 100 millimeter, and that's helping me just keep my focus on the lighthouse itself. So I got my composition set up and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's gonna be ideal here around golden hour light, not later on. Right now just kind of waiting for the best light there is, and once the light drops a little bit, I'll be able to drag my shutter more and get more nicer looking water rather than this. It's just too bright right now to get any motion in the water, so I want to wait a little bit. It's gonna come naturally, I think. So yeah, just play the waiting game now. Behind me, that rock in the distance, the cliffside, that's where I shot last time I was here. So I might gonna go back and shoot in that direction at sunrise tomorrow, weather dependent of course, because when I got up this morning to shoot there, it was cloudy and there was no sunrise. And it's a nice spot because it's like 2 minutes from my campsite, so it makes access really easy since like sunrise is at like 5 a.m. So at least I don't have to hike to that location. And it's an ideal sunrise spot because the sun rises to my right over the horizon, so it's gonna project nice light on the peaks in the morning. And I hope the weather is clear and I do get some clouds but not total overcast. Yep, just gonna wait now and see how the light does in the next hour or so. Should get better hopefully. And I'm not using any filters here. I don't think there's a need for it. I might just use I was gonna say 6-stop ND filter, but if you watch my last video, I broke my 6-stop ND filter back in Gaspe National Park, and I only have my 10-stop, so I might use that, but it might be a bit overkill, So I want to get around like 1 second exposure, maybe half a second. Right now it's 1/80th f11. So if that doesn't happen, I'm gonna have to kind of force it somehow by using my 10-stop. But I think it'll happen naturally. I think the minute the light drops a bit more, it's gonna be my shutter speed is gonna be slower. So I decided to put on my 10-stop and D filter just so I can make sure I get the shutter speed that I want, because the light's fleeting and it's not dropping fast enough in terms of my shutter speed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on. I'm just gonna focus where I want, make sure that's in focus, then switch to manual focus so nothing shifts when I put it on. And I got my exposure 1/60th at f11 at ISO 50. And right now I can use my phone to figure out how much time I need in order to get a proper exposure. Okay, I think that will work. So final, after a bit of calculation, so at 1/400th of a second at 7.1 at ISO 100, this is before putting the 10-stop. Once I add the 10-stop, it's going to give me 2-second exposure. That took some time to figure out, but I think that works, and I can do that right now. I kind of wish I had my 6th up, but it died, so unfortunately not. Alright, filters on. Here we go. Right now as it stands, I'm shooting at 2-second exposure at f8 ISO 200, and I'm getting some interesting results. I quite like this photo, and I reckon I have about maybe 30 minutes of good light on the lighthouse, and then it'll be completely gone. So I'm gonna make do with what I got, take as much pictures as I can, and then I'm gonna pick one that's just gonna be the one that's gonna be the best picture. So I do think right now the light on the lighthouse is optimal. I don't think it's gonna get any better than that. It's actually very calming watching the water coming in and out. I think once I get my camera set up, for me it's just a really enjoyable experience, just taking pictures of the light changes. Got a little bit chilly here. So right now the light's reached its peak. I'm gonna take a few more pictures here before heading back to campsite. I quite enjoy taking pictures here. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me. It was such a nice location, so peaceful and calming. I'm hoping that tomorrow I'll get nice conditions as well for sunrise. We will see. So thank you guys for coming along with me, and until next time, cheers. Just gonna take a few more pictures. Just so beautiful here, and very, 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 very calming.